So here's the thing. Everyone knows that puppy mills are bad. So how are puppy mills able to continue to breed millions of puppies every year and sell them? It's super easy. They tell you that they hate puppy mills, and they're definitely not one. I was putting together a really boring, persuasive essay today about puppy mills because I'm on a tear. And I quickly stumbled across this website that was clearly selling puppies from puppy mills en masse while also claiming to not support puppy mills. They're like only for reputable breeders. And I was like, okay, that's cute. So instead of my boring persuasive essay, we're just going to have a little morbid laugh at PuppySpot.com today. If you go to PuppySpot.com, you'll land on this page where, of course, the first claim is healthy puppies from vetted, reputable breeders. And then you look right below that where they refute themselves by immediately listing 4 out of 5 designer mutts, starting off strong with 2 doodles, and then jumping over to a Merle French Bulldog and a silver lab puppy, both colors and patterns that don't occur naturally within their breed. And Merle specifically is something you want to avoid breeding into other dogs because it can give them a predisposition toward deafness. And then we get to these really adorable claims right here. 15.6 thousand positive Yotpo reviews. Never heard of Yotpo before in my life. Wonder why that is. Let's find out. Yotpo.com. Turn one-time shoppers into customers for life. Oh, so it's a platform for businesses to market themselves on, not a platform for customers to review businesses honestly. Let's explore that statement a little bit further. How to delete bad reviews on Yotpo. So a super fun thing about Yotpo is there's no section for how to delete bad reviews, because bad reviews don't even make it onto your platform because you, as the business owner, have complete authority over which reviews get published. They have like this little outline for you should reject reviews that fall under this, but you don't have to. Love it. Okay. We're going to jump to this USDA license. They like to reference when talking about their vetted breeders to give them some legitimacy. But to acquire a USDA license, you have more than 4 females that you're breeding at a time. You pay the government, I think, $120 for the license, and it just means that your facility falls in line with requirements outlined by the Animal Welfare Act of 1966, which is an incredibly vague document that I'm going to put up on the screen, pause to read, that under the Animal Welfare Act, all of these things are allowed. So you can treat a USDA license as almost a confirmation of working with a puppy mill. Reputable breeders will breed like at max, maybe 3 litters from a female a year, and will spay her after like 4 to 6 litters total in her lifetime. I think of actually reputable breeders as like breed nerds, where they are legitimately just really, really passionate about the breed and health and temperament and standards and everything that comes along with that breed. They're like what Trekkies are to Star Trek, reputable breeders are to their breed. Ask them anything about the breed, they'll know it because they're obsessed with the breed. That said, I'm always going to tell you to adopt unless like you're looking for an actual service dog, not an emotional support dog, like an actual service dog, or you need a dog for a specific job. If you just want a companion pet like most people do, the shelters are absolutely overflowing right now. That said, there is a place for reputable breeders in society, but avoid puppy mills and backyard breeders like the plague. So, okay, USDA license, preach over. Let's jump to these 500 plus vetted breeders that they're claiming. So if they're vetted, there must be an elaborate vetting process for them, right? This is how you sign up to become a breeder with PuppySpot. They say right here, thanks for starting the 2-step registration process with PuppySpot. You submit an online application and you get a phone call. So wow, this application must be really involved then, right? Personal information, password. When did you start breeding? How many litters have you had? What do you breed? What is your kennel name? Where do you live? Are you USDA licensed? Yes, no. If you're not USDA licensed, they just want to make sure that you have less than 4 breeding females so they can still make that claim on their website. Were any of your dogs in your breeding program purchased from PuppySpot? And then check the box and you submit it. So on the off chance that the person going through this 2-step process to become a listed breeder with PuppySpot actually reads the fine print, let's see what it is. I'm going to go straight down to the code of ethics. I will maintain a safe, clean, and sanitary facility for all pets. The Animal Welfare Act of 1966 also says this. The incredibly vague language that is open to interpretation between different parties allows for horrifying conditions in puppy mills. I will comply with all federal, state, and local laws, which are terrible. I will breed only for the purpose of improving the quality of the breed, and that's why I'm listing my dogs on PuppySpot. I will conscientiously plan each litter of pets for sale by carefully selecting a sire and dam to be mated based on their pedigrees, conformation, and temperament. Like, can you give some specific examples? Do you have like different criteria for different breeds since they differ, or is it just like an individual person's judgment? I will not breed any sire or dam until they are both physically and mentally mature enough to breed. Not giving specific ages is just when you deem they're mature enough to breed. I will not continue to breed any sire or dam beyond the appropriate age for the breed. I will be knowledgeable about inherited health problems in my breed and will secure appropriate health clearances on all breeding animals. What does appropriate mean? And you know they know the difference between vague language because, jump to number 9, I will refrain from releasing any puppy until it is at least 8 weeks old, and I will not release any puppy weighing less than 2 pounds until it is at least 12 weeks old if my state or local government allows me to do so. Specific criteria because they know they're royally effed if they don't at least monitor this one. So a reputable breeder you have contact with. Oftentimes you go to their house, you meet the dog's parents, you know exactly who you're buying from and what the dog's lineage is. There is no transparency with where you're buying the puppy through PuppySpot. And then jumping over to the last one, they know that the AKC has legitimacy. And so they found a way to put the AKC's logo on their website, even though they are not affiliated with them. They do not have a partnership with the AKC. All right, the PuppySpot promise. Nice wholesome color scheme and photos. Looks so welcoming. So 200,000 healthy puppies in happy homes. They are telling you that they are selling puppy mill puppies with this number. You do not get this number working with reputable breeders. We have 11,000 genuine 5-star reviews and an overall rating of 4.6 stars. Yapo. What about the Better Business Bureau? Better Business Bureau, PuppySpot. 1.48 out of 5 on a web platform that PuppySpot doesn't moderate themselves. That's crazy. And if I could give a 0, I would. We have a 2-year-old recently diagnosed with trachea malformation and trachea collapse. Terrible prognosis. The only alternative is stent placement, which is about $6,000 and no guarantee she will survive the surgery. She does life expectancy would be only 2 years additional. Without the surgery, death is imminent. We are heartbroken. Our vet said this was congenital at birth. Do yourself a favor and do not buy from this company under any circumstances. Warning, do not buy. That's crazy. They're all 1-star reviews. Do not buy from this company. My 16-month-old puppy was diagnosed with bilateral elbow dysplasia, and this company could care less. Never mind the fact that when blank arrived at the airport, I had to jump through hoops to pick him up as PuppySpot was going to leave him in a crate. I don't care about your dog. I care about lining their pockets. Even though RJ's breeder had another German Shepherd with bilateral elbow dysplasia in 2017, they did nothing. This is not fair to these poor puppies. Do not buy from PuppySpot. It's sad because the day I got him, I couldn't even take him for a normal 10-minute walk at 9 weeks because he was already in pain. They said they didn't know and he had obvious indications of hip dysplasia. The only option I had was sending him back and getting a refund just so he can be put down or keeping him and dealing with this by myself. It's disgusting how pets in the corporation are seen as objects. They sent me a refund for the amount of the pup, but I'm already thousands of dollars in and still have 3 more surgeries to go and thousands of dollars more. I will never use these people again. They are scam artists. We purchased her when she was extremely small, just able to leave her mother. I got confirmation of a pickup time and date. To start with, they told us 30 minutes in before we were heading out to drive over 600 miles that we couldn't get her because she had skin lesions. You get it. Scrolling. Oh, all these wholesome, happy photos. Better not be selling bully breeds on PuppySpot. No puppy mills, no scammers, no headaches. Our independent scientific advisory board collaborates with the USDA to ensure we exceed all national standards. The bar is on the floor. PuppySpot mandates a comprehensive proprietary screening process that all breeders must pass annually. Doubt it. This health check, I love. It's a completely external health check. You can literally just put a puppy on a table, have a vet look at him, be like, he looks fine, he can go. But they use these big fancy words so people think it's like, wow, this must be a really in-depth exam. Gastrointestinal, you know, they're not going up into the colon like an actual gastrointestinal exam would involve. Respiratory is like, is he mucousy? Is he sneezy? Does he have goopy eyes? Musculoskeletal, does he have an obvious limp? No. Get out of here. You deliver joy. They love saying that. You sell puppies. Of course you deliver joy until a puppy drops dead. Wholesome photos. Wholesome. And you go to dog registration here because they want to claim AKC registration. You cannot register them with the AKC as a purebred dog. So they say AKC enrollment. And you do it through a third-party platform. If your dog was actually eligible for registration through the AKC, you could just go to the AKC's website and pay like $30. So you go to this third-party pet platform. Let's just read reviews about what third-party pet does. Whoa, 1.54 out of 5 stars. I was under the impression that the phone call was to complete registration, not a sales tactic to purchase additional things. I feel scammed beyond doubt after being told there wasn't anything else I needed to do after registering online with the puppy. I would like to have a refund as I feel this is a scam. I purchased a puppy from PuppySpot and third-party pet called about 3 weeks ago and promised a bunch of stuff that I never received. I would love to get my $246 back, please. I spent a fortune on this puppy and can't afford to lose that $200 on nothing. Could use that money on food, etc. for my new puppy. Was under the impression that when I purchased the puppy, the $50 that was included in the price was for this company to help register my dog. After going through the spiel and talking about bags and dog tags, it was $200. Felt like this was to complete the registration. Received the items, tags were wrong, not worth $10, let alone $200, and still have not received anything about her registration that was supposed to take blank days. Someone was to call me back and that hasn't happened. Find out I could have registered online with the AKC in 5 minutes. Feels like a total scam, because it is. And the enrollment or registration they're talking about is for companion registration, which is open to mixed breed animals. So this claim means you have a dog and therefore they are eligible. Their breeder standards page is probably my favorite because it's just so in your face about it. What is a puppy mill? A substandard source for puppies that place profit above the welfare of its animals. Unlike us, a puppy mill is not only inhumane and cruel, but also typically operates in violation of the law or government regulations. Not true. You can have a USDA license and operate a puppy mill in horrifying conditions. Zero tolerance policy. I should probably shut their website down. Licensed by this time. Okay, so I didn't see this photo the first time I was on the website, but maybe this is offensive, but the Amish are known for operating giant puppy mills. 99% sure this is an Amish woman and therefore a confession that this is a puppy mill. Proprietary, they just love their fancy words that don't mean anything. More vague language. Love their advisory board. I looked up these people individually online. None of them brag about having any association with PuppySpot. This also doesn't tell us what they advise PuppySpot to do, except they keep throwing USDA around with scientific advisory and license and totally legitimate. Oh, this is the best part. Our fight against puppy mills and puppy scammers, dedicated to working with the key decision makers on Capitol Hill. They even have a form, you guys, where you can report puppy mills. You can see I already made the joke here to myself. Any website where you can like 2-3 click order a dog for just a few $1,000s, almost guaranteed to be selling puppies from puppy mills. Pet stores also sell a lot of puppy mill dogs, and you'll see them claim the dogs come from like commercial breeding facilities with like a photo of a garden or something to make you think it's not a puppy mill, but it totally is. So just be super aware that puppy mills aren't out there being like, we're a puppy mill, come buy our puppies. They're stating explicitly and directly that they are not puppy mills while being a puppy mill. So I think that's just a really important thing to be aware of if you have to buy a dog. Please support reputable breeders if you have to buy a dog. If you don't have to buy a dog, please adopt from shelters. We like super, super, super need you, especially right now. Okay, bye.